Welcome to English Podcast Time. We are so glad you're joining us today for another episode.
Hey everyone, Mark, I'm super excited about today's topic. Because it's something, almost everyone faces at some point.
Absolutely, Deb. Today, we're diving deep into your ultimate guide to a job interview. It's a crucial step in anyone's career journey, and it can feel, pretty daunting.
Yeah, it really can. The pressure is immense. So we've got some fantastic tips, some key vocabulary, and phrases to help you really ace your next one. Let's just jump right into it.
Perfect. So first things first, let's nail down some essential vocabulary. These are terms you're gonna hear, constantly throughout your job search.
For sure, like resume or CV, curriculum vitae. That's your summary of work and education. And the cover letter, that's the letter you send with your resume, just to introduce yourself.
Right. It's your first impression, really. Then there's the applicant. That's you, the person applying for the job. And the interviewer or recruiter or hiring manager, that's the person assessing you. They have many titles, don't they?
They really do, yeah. And position or vacancy is, just the job you're applying for. Pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah. But what about strengths and weaknesses, Deb? How do you even prepare for that?
Yeah, those are your positive and negative qualities. And you absolutely need to, have examples ready for both. And experience is, simply your work history.
Got it. And references are people who can recommend you, usually former bosses or, colleagues. Make sure you ask them first.
Oh, totally. Don't just list them. And salary expectations, what you hope to earn, that's a big one. Don't forget availability, when you can actually start working. These are the absolute basics, but so important.
They really are the foundation. Now, moving beyond the simple terms, there's key vocabulary for the topics you'll actually discuss during the interview.
Exactly. Like skills, teamwork, leadership, communication. What you're good at. Very important.
And qualifications, those are your degrees, certificates, courses, what you've formally studied.
Right. Achievements are your awards, promotions, accomplishments. You definitely want to highlight those, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And responsibilities are the tasks from your past jobs, what you were accountable for. And goals, what you want in your career. You really need to know that for yourself.
Yeah. You really do. And company culture, that's the atmosphere and the values of a workplace. Understanding that is key to seeing if you'd be a good fit,
Totally. Now, the common questions you must prepare for. Deb, what's the absolute first one that always comes up?
Tell me about yourself. Always. You need a concise professional summary ready, 3 points max.
And why do you want to work here? Don't just say, I need a job. They want to hear your specific interest.
Exactly. Research the company. And, of course, what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? Be honest about the weaknesses, but turn them into growth areas.
Right. Oh, and the dreaded describe a challenge you have faced and how you handled it. Practice that story. Make it concise and show problem solving.
Absolutely. And where do you see yourself in 5 years? They want to know your career trajectory, your ambition.
Why should we hire you? That's your chance to really sell yourself, connect your skills to their needs. And what do you know about our company? Again, research.
Why did you leave your last job? Be positive, always, even if it was a negative experience. Frame it constructively. And what are your salary expectations?
Always a tricky one, that. And do you prefer working independently or in a team? They want to see how you fit in. And finally, when can you start? These are the core, the ones you just have to nail.
They really are. Now, it's not just them asking you questions. You should have questions prepared to ask them too.
Oh, for sure. Could you describe a typical day in this role, or how do you measure success in this position?
Or can you tell me more about the team I would work with? And what are the next steps in the hiring process? These all show genuine engagement.
Speaking of engagement, some great phrases to use. I am passionate about, or I have experience in. Fill in the blanks with your specific passion or experience, obviously. And I believe my skills in.
Yeah, and I believe my skills in. But Deb, what not to say is equally, if not more important.
Oh, crucial. Do not badmouth previous employers. Seriously. Ever. Don't sound desperate either, like, do anything.
And please, don't lie or exaggerate your experience. It always comes out, believe me.
And don't ask only about salary or vacation first thing. That's like a huge red flag.
And never just, I don't know, or one-word replies to questions. Elaborate, be specific.
Right, so some quick tips for a successful interview. Research the company deeply. Know what they do, their mission, recent news.
Dress appropriately for the company culture, professional but comfortable. Arrive 10 to 15 minutes early, always.
Bring copies of your resume, a notebook, and a pen. And confident body language is key. Make eye contact, sit up straight.
Listen carefully and answer clearly. Don't rush. And always send a thank you email within 24 hours. That's like a big one. It really makes a difference.
To sound natural, Deb, some idioms are good to know and can be used appropriately.
Like, think outside the box. It means to be creative, or go the extra mile, do more than expected, show initiative.
A team player. That's someone who's good at working with others. And take the initiative. Start things without being asked. That's a great trait.
Lastly, under pressure, able to perform well in stressful situations. All these are like great ways to show you're adaptable and valuable.
Wow, that was a lot of ground covered in such a short amount of time. So many valuable tips.
It really was. But hopefully our listeners feel, much more prepared and confident for their next job interview.
Definitely. Remember, practice makes perfect. Rehearse your answers, know your worth, and research the company. You've got this.
You absolutely got this. Thanks so much for tuning into English Podcast Time, everyone. We really appreciate you being here.
We'll catch you next time. Good luck with those interviews.